Imagine this: you walk into a room, and before you even speak, people take notice. You radiate a calm, unshakable confidence that draws women in without a single word. There's no need for flashy lines or over-the-top charm. Just a quiet power that commands respect and intrigue. This isn't about trying to impress. It's about genuinely connecting. Today, we're uncovering the secrets of how high-value men talk to women. Not with games, but with purpose, presence, and poise that make women truly admire you. Ready to elevate your conversations and become unforgettable? Let's dive in. Rule A1. Calm confidence in conversations. When you approach a conversation with a woman, calm confidence is your most powerful asset. High-value men don't need to rush or impress because they trust in their worth. This confidence isn't loud or showy. It's quiet and steady. Imagine Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Roman emperor, who led with calm conviction, choosing his words carefully, never driven by impulse or fear of others' opinions. His wisdom reminds us that, in conversations, our power lies in patience and poise, not in overcompensating or seeking validation. So, what does this look like in practice? Picture yourself meeting someone new. Instead of diving in with jokes or flattery, start with a calm demeanor. You maintain eye contact, listen deeply, and pause thoughtfully before you speak. This creates an air of mystery and curiosity. Women can sense when a man is comfortable in his own skin, when he isn't seeking approval. They pick up on the subtle keys, your unhurried gestures, relaxed tone, and focused attention. Stoicism teaches us that emotions like anxiety or desperation only hold power over us if we allow them to. Epictetus, a famous Stoic philosopher, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This is your secret weapon in conversations. Even if you're nervous or feel a bit unsure, don't react hastily. Take a deep breath, smile, and approach each conversation with curiosity instead of expectation. This calm confidence makes you stand out, turning each conversation into a memorable experience. Women are drawn to those who radiate assurance without needing to prove anything. By embodying this principle, you're already setting yourself apart from the crowd, drawing respect and admiration effortlessly. Rule number 2. Speaking with purpose, not filling the silence. High-value men understand that every word should serve a purpose. In conversations, they aren't pressured to fill silence with meaningless chatter. They know that silence can be just as powerful as speech, and sometimes even more impactful. This quality draws people in because it shows a deep level of self-assurance, a quiet, unshakable confidence. Think of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, who taught that speech is the mirror of the mind. To a Stoic, words should reflect a calm, thoughtful mind. This approach applies directly to how high-value men speak. Instead of rambling or rushing to respond, they choose their words carefully, letting each one carry weight. When you speak with purpose, you're signaling that your words matter and that you don't feel the need to seek validation by over-explaining yourself. In conversation with a woman, this looks like allowing moments of silence to naturally occur. You're not uncomfortable in these pauses. Instead, you use them as moments to observe, listen, and think deeply before you respond. You're not there to entertain her or prove yourself. This purposeful communication builds intrigue and keeps her curious. It gives her the space to open up and share more deeply because she feels she's being truly heard, not just waiting for you to fill the air. The Stoic approach to conversation teaches us that silence and restraint are signs of strength, not weakness. As Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." So, the next time you're tempted to fill a quiet moment, resist that urge. Embrace the pause and let your silence communicate as strongly as your words. This quiet strength is magnetic, creating an atmosphere where respect and genuine connection can flourish. Rule number 3. Emotionally detached. How to handle rejection. Handling rejection with grace and composure is one of the most powerful qualities a high-value man can possess. When faced with rejection, he doesn't let his emotions dictate his response. Instead, he sees it as an opportunity to practice the Stoic principle of emotional detachment. Rather than taking it personally or feeling the need to defend himself, he simply acknowledges the situation and moves on, showing that his sense of self-worth isn't shaken by another person's opinion. In the Stoic tradition, Epictetus famously taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This wisdom is vital in moments of rejection. By accepting that you can't control other people's actions or emotions, you free yourself from the burden of their judgments. A high-value man understands that rejection doesn't define his worth. Instead, it's a moment to reaffirm his own value and dignity. When a woman says no or doesn't respond as expected, he doesn't react with anger, resentment, or desperation. Instead, he calmly acknowledges her response, thanks her for her honesty if the situation calls for it, and gracefully moves forward. This kind of response is rare and memorable. It shows maturity, emotional stability, and a strong sense of self-respect, qualities that leave a lasting impression. In practicing detachment, you become someone who isn't swayed by external circumstances. You remain grounded, confident, and in control, embodying the essence of a Stoic mindset. When you handle rejection with dignity, you show others, including women, that you are secure within yourself and that you're not afraid of the outcome. This unshakable strength is profoundly attractive and earns deep respect, making you stand out as someone who is truly high value. Rule 4. Maintaining composure in any situation. Imagine being in a tense or frustrating situation, maybe an argument, a miscommunication, or even an outright challenge to your character. How do you respond? Most people react impulsively, letting emotions get the best of them. But a high-value man, the kind of man others respect and admire, stays calm, controlled, and unwavering. This level of composure, rooted in Stoic philosophy, sets him apart and speaks volumes to his inner strength. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." It's in those moments when emotions run high that true strength is tested. When a high-value man maintains his calm, he's not just controlling his reaction, he's displaying a profound self-mastery that most people struggle to achieve. He shows that he can weather any storm without letting it disrupt his peace or his sense of self. Think about it in relationships. Whether romantic or platonic, there are bound to be moments of conflict, stress, or disagreement. When you stay composed, it sends a powerful message. It tells the other person that you're grounded and that you value respect and understanding over winning an argument or proving a point. This calmness can diffuse tension, make others feel safe, and show that you're not easily shaken. Women, in particular, are drawn to this kind of energy because it shows emotional maturity and reliability. Two traits that are rare yet incredibly attractive. Now, maintaining composure doesn't mean suppressing emotions or ignoring what you feel. Instead, it's about acknowledging those feelings, but choosing how to express them wisely. You're not letting emotions control you, and that takes immense strength. Picture yourself in a difficult conversation. Rather than raising your voice or feeling compelled to justify yourself, you stay steady and clear. You listen, respond thoughtfully, and hold your ground without aggression. This subtle but powerful demeanor communicates volumes about who you are. Staying composed in challenging moments isn't about winning or losing. It's about remaining true to yourself and showing respect to everyone involved. When you practice this, you'll notice that people, especially women, respect you more deeply. They see that you're a person of integrity, someone who doesn't need to prove his worth, but simply embodies it. It's a trait that only the most self-assured individuals can consistently display, and it creates an undeniable magnetism, allowing others to feel both inspired and at ease in your presence. In a world that often values bravado over substance, the principles of Stoicism teach us that true strength lies within. From maintaining calm confidence to speaking with purpose, mastering emotional detachment, and practicing active listening, the way you carry yourself speaks volumes without saying a word. Each interaction is a chance to reveal your authentic self, grounded and self-assured. And remember, it's not about impressing anyone. It's about becoming a person of genuine value and integrity. When you embody these traits, respect and attraction naturally follow. Embrace these principles, and you'll discover that you don't need to demand respect. It'll simply be there, earned through your quiet power and presence. If you found this video insightful, make sure to subscribe to Stoic Affinity for more wisdom on mastering life's challenges with a Stoic approach. Leave a comment below and share which principle resonates with you the most. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on new content that'll guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. Let's continue this journey together. Rule number 5. The art of active listening, building true connections. One of the most underrated yet powerful ways to communicate is through genuine listening. High-value men understand that listening isn't just about waiting for your turn to speak. It's about fully engaging with what the other person is saying, showing respect, and valuing their perspective. In relationships, whether romantic or platonic, people deeply appreciate someone who truly listens. Someone who's present in the conversation, undistracted, and genuinely interested. As Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This quote encapsulates the Stoic approach to communication. True power in conversations lies in your ability to absorb and understand before reacting. Active listening builds a connection that goes beyond words, creating a space where the other person feels seen, heard, and valued. Imagine this scenario. Instead of interrupting or finishing their sentences, you simply listen. You maintain eye contact, nod when appropriate, and give space for silence so they can express their thoughts fully. You aren't just waiting to say something impressive. You're genuinely interested in understanding their experience. This simple, mindful practice can make others feel deeply valued in your presence, which leaves a lasting impression. Practicing active listening also has the powerful effect of making you more self-aware and controlled. You're no longer caught up in forming responses or reacting impulsively. Instead, you're tuned into the present moment, aligning perfectly with Stoic teachings on self-control and mindfulness. Ultimately, this skill not only improves your conversations, but also strengthens your relationships. People remember how you make them feel, and by listening intently, you communicate empathy, intelligence, and respect, qualities that naturally draw others toward you. Rule number 6. Stoic body languaging, how to speak without words. When it comes to attraction, how you carry yourself often speaks louder than anything you could say. Your body language is a powerful, silent communicator, revealing your confidence, intentions, and even your sense of self-respect. High-value men understand that their posture, gestures, and expressions are a direct reflection of their inner mindset. They know that a calm, grounded presence can command respect and attraction in a way that words alone never could. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor, once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." Your physical demeanor is a reflection of your internal state, so mastering it begins with inner composure. When your mind is calm and clear, your body will naturally mirror that confidence. For instance, standing tall, with shoulders relaxed, and a gentle but direct gaze, exudes a calm assurance that people instinctively respect. Think about the impact of maintaining eye contact, not in an intimidating way, but with a genuine, calm focus. It shows confidence, respect, and attentiveness. Keeping your movements controlled and purposeful also sends a messaging. You're someone who is comfortable with themselves and doesn't need to rush or overact. These subtle cues signal maturity and self-control, qualities that naturally attract others. Body language is not about putting on an act. It's about aligning your actions with a composed, confident mindset. When you embrace Stoic principles, like detachment from outcomes and emotional resilience, your body language will reflect this inner calm without forced effort. There's no need to cross your arms defensively or slouch. Your posture will naturally communicate strength when your mind is steady. In any social situation, remember that your body language speaks volumes. It's a silent but profound expression of who you are. Cultivate a demeanor that reflects confidence and calm resilience, and you'll naturally draw respect and interest from those around you. Rule number 8. Asking thoughtful, deep questions. When it comes to meaningful conversations, high-value men understand the power of asking the right questions. The key is not in talking about yourself endlessly or trying to impress the other person, but in asking questions that inspire deep thinking, reflection, and a sense of connection. These types of questions show that you're genuinely interested in the person you're talking to, and more importantly, that you're emotionally mature enough to move beyond surface-level chit-chat. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Of the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This quote is a perfect reminder of how thoughtful questions can help us uncover deeper layers of someone's character. When you ask questions that probe on beyond the ordinary, you allow the other person to reveal more of who really are, rather than just what they've been conditioned to say. And this, in turn, allows you to connect on a much more meaningful level. Think about it, how often do we feel like the best conversations are those where we are truly heard? When someone listens to us, not just waiting for their turn to speak, but actually seeking to understand us, it creates an unspoken bond. By asking thoughtful questions, you elevate the conversation from small talk to a more intimate, genuine exchange of ideas. For instance, instead of simply asking, "How was your day?" ask, "What was the highlight of your day today? What made it special?" Rather than asking, "What do you do for work?" try, "What is it about your work that excites you or makes you feel fulfilled?" The difference here is subtle but profound. It's about seeking depth, not just information. You're not simply filling the space with words. You're creating an opportunity for the other person to share their passions, beliefs, and experiences. Asking thoughtful questions also speaks volumes about your emotional intelligence. It shows that you're comfortable with silence and don't need to constantly be the one speaking, keep the conversation going. It reveals that you're more interested in learning about others than in promoting your own image. Women, and people in general, are drawn to individuals who genuinely want to understand them, not just as an audience, but as a person. Ultimately, asking deep, meaningful questions helps you stand out as someone who values substance over superficiality. It shows that you're willing to take the time to understand who someone truly is, which is a rare and magnetic quality. When you combine this with your calm confidence and emotional composure, you'll find that your conversations go from ordinary to extraordinary, leaving a lasting impact on everyone you meet. Rule number 9. Confidence without ego. When it comes to high-value men, confidence is essential. But it's not just about walking into a room and puffing out your chest. The true power of confidence lies in its ability to stand tall without ever needing to prove anything to anyone. Confidence without ego is not about arrogance or superiority. It's about self-assurance and the quiet knowledge that you don't need external validation to feel complete. As Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This speaks to the essence of confident behavior. It's not about impressing others or seeking their approval. It's about staying true to yourself, regardless of the circumstances. A high-value man doesn't rely on outside opinions to dictate his worth. He knows his value comes from within, from the life he leads, the choices he makes, and the integrity he upholds. When you embody this type of confidence, it naturally draws people in. You no longer have to dominate a conversation or make everything about yourself. Your presence alone speaks volumes. And because you're not seeking validation, you're able to let others shine, which builds stronger, more authentic connections. You recognize that everyone around you has their own strengths, and you don't need to diminish theirs in order to elevate yours. What makes this type of confidence so magnetic is the humility that comes with it. It's the recognition that you don't know everything, and that's perfectly fine. This openness invites others to be their authentic selves too. Because when you lead with confidence without ego, you give permission for others to do the same. People are drawn to those who can hold space without trying to take it up, without showing off, without seeking attention. This subtle yet profound energy is what makes high-value men irresistible. Rule number 10. How to end a conversation with grace. Ending a conversation might seem like a trivial thing, but in reality, how you exit a conversation often leaves a lasting impression. The way you end things speaks volumes about your emotional intelligence, your self-respect, and your ability to interact with others with dignity and composure. A high-value man understands that an exit doesn't have to be abrupt or awkward. It can be just as powerful as the conversation itself. The key to ending a conversation with grace is to do so on a high note. You don't want to leave the conversation feeling rushed, disinterested, or like you're simply looking for an escape. Instead, make your exit intentional and respectful. A simple acknowledgement of the conversation, coupled with a genuine appreciation for the exchange, can go a long way. For example, instead of abruptly walking away or checking your phone when you feel the conversation winding down, try something like, "This has been a really interesting discussion. I enjoyed hearing your perspective." Or, if you need to leave but want to ensure the other person feels valued, you might say, "I've got to run, but I'd love to continue this conversation another time." What this does is reinforce the notion that you respect the person and their time, while also recognizing when it's appropriate to move on. This approach is rooted in Stoic wisdom. As Marcus Aurelius put it, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This applies to how you engage with people. Don't waste time in awkwardness or discomfort when you can leave with dignity. Ending a conversation with grace also means knowing your boundaries. It means not overstaying your welcome, whether you're at a social gathering or in a one-on-one exchange. A high-value man knows that it's better leave a positive impression and have people wanting more than to linger and risk the energy of the conversation draining. When you approach conversations in this way, leading with confidence, without ego, and leaving with grace, you not only build your self-respect but also earn the respect of others. You demonstrate maturity, emotional intelligence, and the ability to navigate social dynamics with ease. And that, ultimately, is what attracts others to you. Not just what you say, but how you make them feel. Rule number 7, mastering emotional control and avoiding drama in life and relationships. Emotional control is one of the most powerful assets a person can have. High-value individuals understand that being reactive or getting pulled into unnecessary drama only weakens their inner peace and dilutes their influence. Stoicism teaches that while we can't control what others say or do, we do have complete control over our reactions. This practice of self-restraint, especially in tense or emotionally charged situations, communicates confidence, maturity, and stability, all qualities that inspire respect and trust. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic philosophers, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In moments of frustration or emotional intensity, keeping this principle in mind can help us stay grounded. When someone tries to provoke a reaction from you, whether it's a hurtful comment, a test of patience, or an attempt to draw you into drama, pause, breathe, and remind yourself that you're in control of your response. Rather than taking the bait, let the situation pass by without absorbing the negativity. Imagine the impact of staying calm and composed when others around you are losing their tempers or reacting impulsively. When you refuse to escalate or engage in unnecessary conflict, you create a distinct presence that others notice and respect. People feel safe around someone who doesn't let their emotions rule their actions. This emotional resilience signals that you're a person of depth, someone who values peace over chaos and intention over impulse. Furthermore, by maintaining emotional control, you show that you don't need external validation or approval. You're not here to play games or fuel drama. This unwavering calm and refusal to overact can create an almost magnetic pull. Others see you as a source of stability, and that respect naturally translates into attraction. So, the next time a situation challenges your patience or tests your emotional boundaries, remember that staying calm and centered is your true power. It's a rare quality in a world quick to anger, and by embracing it, you not only protect your inner peace, but also become a source of strength and calm for others.